Everybody, Brian back here with another Caspa update. We got the push up that we were talking about. We're getting a pretty extreme push here. For the day, this thing is up 13.29%. That's awesome. Almost a 0.059988 as a high right now. Okay, the first target for this thing is up at 0.061963. All right, we're going to go over this here. And I got some pretty awesome stuff to show you guys. It's not going to be a real long video today because I just want to get this out. So I'm just going to go over the top things here and get these price targets. All right, look at this volume. 195%, $34,830,596. 34 million. We're up almost 200% on volume. All right, you can see people obviously piling into this thing, breaking out. If this is a wedge, if this is a legitimate wedge, which we're going to show here in a second, this thing could have a lot further up to go. So here we go. All right, let's take a look at a couple other things here. I want to show you the top addresses. Look at this piling up going on over here on the right hand side. Last 30 days, these numbers just from yesterday have gone pretty far up. The crabs plus 2.14, the octopus 3.5, the fish 2.6, the dolphins 4.3, sharks 0.7, and whales plus 2.7 for the last 30 days. All green here, except we had, I think it was one hump back there. That's that negative 11% there. That's because there was only 9 of them. So you're getting some pretty nice stacking numbers going on here. Go through here, 180, 181. Still, yeah, pretty impressive. All right, let's take a look at the dashboard real quick. I haven't looked at this today yet. The petahash, 53.75. Yeah, right around 53 there. So the transactions and blocks per second about the same. Market cap 1,274,363. Pretty awesome. 1.2 billion now. Yeah, this thing's stacking up fast. The bubbles, give it 1 second to reload here. I literally just turned my laptop on and took a look at all this stuff, but this is, what is WeMix? Never heard of that. Where's Kaspa on here? There we go, right here. Ranked and down 2 spots, number 43. That's because the rest of the market's kind of flying today too. Got a lot of stuff kind of taking off. $1.26 billion market cap, 34.83 million in volume. So yeah, got a pretty good day going on here for everything. The last hour, look at Kaspa in the last hour, plus 4.2%. And for the week, wow, pretty nice numbers. And for the month, look at this. Unbelievable. That's what you want to see, man. Like, this gets me so excited. I know I talk about it again and again about the bull run and the bull market, but if you have not experienced one, just wait. Just wait. You'll see numbers like this. You know, not instead of monthly, this will be weekly. Sometimes daily. It just gets totally insane. I mean, it just when you go and look at a chart. Just for instance, I just want to show you something real quick, guys. I don't mean to go off, but let's go with you know, singularity. I love singularity. Let's go out on a weekly, and let's get rid of this. But look what happens in a bull market. All right, look at this stuff. This was that was 2022. Here's back in 2021. I mean, look at this thing. This is on the week. Okay, you had increases of, that one was 63%. That's not a very good. What was this? 76%. How about ADA? ADA really had an awesome bull run. Look at this. Look at this stuff. I mean, that's for a week plus 61%. You know, it just gets absolutely insane. The next week you had another 43%. I mean, and for the bull run, Cardano, man, that thing went from 4 cents. Look at this, uh, 2,851%. 2,851%. You know, that's a what is that? 28x. So yeah, it was unbelievable. And then not even to top that off, look at this one. This is the one that this one was ridiculous, man. And this doesn't do this any justice because Gala was actually. Like, you know, I've said about excuse me, I got 250,000 Gala games for $37, $37. All right, and that thing just absolutely went insane. I mean, it was I don't know, a tenth of a penny, hundredth of a penny. I don't know what it was, but you know, just from there, look at that, 25,000%. You know, 25,000%. What is that? A 250x. But it was a lot bigger than that. I mean, because it went to 83 cents. That $37, if I would have held it, would have turned out to be almost 200 grand for a $37 investment. $37.77. I still have the screenshot. You know, maybe I'll put it up someday. But $37.77 would have turned into almost $200,000. Where can you else can you do that? You know, yeah, it gets. I love it. I love crypto. I am just totally hooked on this stuff. Bone. I cover that thing a lot. That thing's getting ready to rip, man. I'm telling you, that thing's getting ready to tear. All right, let's stay on track here. Bitcoin dominance. All right, for the week here. Let's go. Let's go into the daily. This thing is dropping. That's what's helping the altcoins. That's why we're obviously having such a nice day in the altcoin market. I mean, this thing is starting to come back down now, which is good to see. But for the week, it's down 1.7%. Not a whole lot, but the altcoins are really flying today. Bitcoin is starting back out the top side of that wedge. You can see here the daily still coming down, but still got a green candle on that daily. Like I said, starting to come out the top side of that wedge. So the 12-hour RSI, you got the big RSIs on the bottom now. The 12's on the bottom, the 8's on the bottom. You know, that's the ones there you want. That weekly still going up, and the monthly still going up. So Bitcoin, we're expecting it to go a lot higher. I am anyway. I'm expecting that thing to go a lot higher. All right, the DXY, you know, nice to see this thing coming back down some. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Trying to look at this big red candle on this thing. You know, so good to see that pulling back a little bit. It's at 105. Never did make it up there yet to that 618 or 702 that we're looking for here. You know, with this Fibonacci. Usually you get up to the 618 or 702 and then roll over. You know, so maybe it has another push up. This could be a fourth wave pullback right here. Very well could be. All right, the DXY, go down through here real quick. Got a lot happening, so I apologize, guys. Like I said, I just want to get this video out here. The total market caps, you got to cover them. All right, you got the, this is the crypto, the total market cap. Busted out the top side of this fib. It's up through the 786. You know, so that first target's up at 1.43 trillion. That's a long ways from here, but actually, no, we're 1.27, so 1.43 is up another, you know, 12, almost 13%. Imagine then what that'll do for the altcoins. You know, I think they're flying now. Wait till say if that thing does make it up there. Let's go out in the weekly here. Look at this. You can see that top resistance area that. You can see the breakout here on this thing. You know, if you take a trend line and put it there, there you go. You got a breakout happening on the, this is the market cap without Bitcoin. You can see the support line right here, right there. There you go. You're bouncing on support. You got rejected once, rejected twice. Now it's breaking out right there. So that's looking good. That's the total market cap without Bitcoin. And let's get back to Caspa here. This thing, boy oh boy, this thing just never stops to amaze. Really? You know, I knew that we expected higher prices. We've been saying that all week in the videos. I expected a push higher. But quite honestly, I really wasn't expecting this much of one. So kind of surprising me here. For the week, you got the volume down here, 601 million. Now, this wedge that we've been looking at the whole time, okay? Now, I want to point out a couple things here that I think are super important. Where's my arrow? All right, on this bottom line, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 touches, okay? Now, on the top side, of this top touch here, 1, 2. Now, if this is a third touch over here, you like to have 3 touches for a valid trend line, okay? It obviously looks like a wedge pattern for sure. You know, I'm just making sure this, because if this thing breaks out the top side, is what I'm getting at, okay? And this is a legitimate wedge. You know, the target. Well, let's not get ridiculous here. Let me see. I just want to be very legit about this, okay? That looks alright. You know, let's just get an idea. You know, and I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just saying, if you have a wedge and it breaks out, you take this measurement of the inside of the wedge, you put it on the breakout, and that's your target, okay? That's how it works. You know, go read it, go look it up. That's how they work. That's how patterns and, you know, wedge formations work. The target for this thing would be up at, you know, 9.5 cents. We're gonna get there. Let's take and put a fib on. Let's see if anything matches up here. Right. Number 1. This was the area. Excuse me. This was the area we were dealing with right now. All right. So go from the top side here down to the bottom. Okay. Let's take a look. Huh. Look how that matches up pretty good, don't it? That's a full Fibonacci extension. That would be if the thing went the whole way up. And that wedge formation, I could have went, you know, a little bit more to the outside here, but I was just being safe. Look how these two line up. You know, I don't know. You know, you see it for yourself. You know, what's your opinion? These things kind of match up pretty good, don't they? The wedge, the width of the wedge and the Fibonacci extension are kind of given the same target. So I don't know, 9.5 cents, is that the target? You know, let's see what we got with the RSIs. All right, we got the daily turning back up right in the middle, just turning back up. It's at a 70 on the bottom. Lots of room yet if it wants to come up. We got the weekly. Turn back up, tons of room. It's at a 67 down here in the bottom. Alright, 67. Look how low this thing is. 67. That means, obviously, there is tons of room for this thing if it wants to, you know, to do this. To come up here, you know what I mean? And come down, whatever it wants. There's lots of room here, is my point. It's not way over bought like what up here, okay, at 92. It's at a 67 on the weekly. The 12-hour is bullish, looking fine, 85 and a 61. The 8-hour is at 100 and a 94, getting a little high on the 8-hour, so maybe expecting a little cool off. Excuse me. 4-hour is at 100 and 100. Yeah, getting a little bit over exhausted there. And the 1 hour, is at 79 to 71, still bullish. All right, so if we look at this on the daily, where would be a, you know, we don't have any. We're in new territory here. Okay, we have no resistance above us right now. Okay, that's the main thing. We're a new area here. So right now, you know, so far we've hit that right there as a top right now, just below 6 cents. Just just a hair below it. I mean, if you go up just a touch, we're at 6 cents, okay? But officially over here, 0.059988. All right. Let's look here. A couple things. Now, if you were looking for a pullback area, for these RSIs to cool off, where would be the most common spot you would look for? Right, the next support area is the prior all-time high, right down here. Okay, do I expect it to pull down there? Not really. Right here. Okay, so we're in no man's land here right now. Quite honestly, I think this thing wants to push up a little bit more. And if it does, then maybe it'll use this top side of this wedge. This wedge needs to be right down there. The top side of this wedge for support, okay? Kind of, like I said, we're kind of in no man's land here. Let me take a trend-based fib. If this was a wave one, you know how we talked about 5 waves up, and we kept saying this looked like a 4th wave pullback. Looks like we need one more push up. And then, we got that push there. Let's see if a trend-based fib matches with anything at all. All right, from the low wave one to the top wave one to the retrace. All right, that's pointing up at 7 cents. We're gonna get there. That looks like a stretch for this first move. I don't know. I really don't. We're gonna have to play this as it goes here, and see. Worst case scenario, we come down, use this as support for a little bit till these RSIs cool off, and then we make our next move. That's the worst case scenario right now, and that's not a bad problem to have. To pull back to the prior all-time high, test it as support. Let's see the 1 hour. All right, you can see right here on the 1 hour. All right, this yellow line right here, this one here, was the prior all-time high. So it's already retested it as support on the 1 hour. See that retest? Look at that big volume spike right there. 45 million. Excuse me. This big green spike right there, 45 million. So it's already retested that as support. All right. So we're gonna play this as it goes. Geez, I almost sounded like a dog there. Almost roughed. We're going to have to play this as it goes, guys, and see what happens here. We'll have to see how high this thing pushes up. Like I said, that first target, I'm going to give you that right now. If we take the fib, the first target for this thing is up right up there at 6.2. There we go. 0.062. That's the first Fibonacci extension right there. Quite honestly, I'm expecting it to get there, and then possibly a little bit of a pullback here. So congratulations, everybody. This thing looks fantastic. I'm going to keep my eyes on it like I always do. I'll be back with you tomorrow, and we'll see where we're at. Please hit the like and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I knew I'd get another push up, but wasn't expecting it like this. So everything's working out. Looks like it's trying to go now. Look at it pushing now. So this thing is looking great. If people keep buying and the volume keeps going higher, this thing could really fire out of here. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a great night, everybody.